Hey everybody, it's Amanda from Eat Local Pierce County. I just wanted to pop in real quick and say hello and talk about what's coming up. So, as most of you know, we have the market and pickup day tomorrow. We're moving over to the church, our fiscal sponsor. We will not be affiliated with religion or politics or anything like that, just the same as always, but they're going to be housing us for our gatherings and events and our bulk or buying club pickup days, and we'll be able to have a small kind of private farmers market over there, as well as any workshops and classes and things like that as we move forward. So that's been really nice of them. They're my neighbor, so those of you who have picked up at my house before, it's literally right around the corner, about 30 seconds away. So that'll be something that you're familiar with the area. Just wanted to mention a quick note about some changes that we have happening. As most of you have probably seen come up in the group, we're now having to require some sort of insurance on our vendors if you're coming to set up. The group will kind of have two functions, the same as always. We'll have the buying club portion. Well, I guess a third option as well would be the market if you want to come and set up. So we'll have the buying club, which is our bulk buys that we've always done. Those April and I vet. They're usually, businesses that are well established or bigger farms who have a large quantity of product that we can usually get for a slightly less expensive price when we buy it together than if you were to go and buy it alone, or we get free shipping. That's not always the case, but most of the time we get some sort of little kickback there when we're going in together on a very large order. Obviously not the goal to ever undercut a farmer, as I've said that before. You're welcome to offer things for bulk buy with no incentive, just to make it easier on you if you're a farmer or a vendor who needs to unload a product to a mass audience very quickly. We can help you with that. And then the market is fairly new. We started that a couple of months ago, where people can come and pitch their little tents and set up their tables. And if you have some extra goods, you're welcome to offer those. We're asking for insurance of some sort. We're going to get some more clarification on that. Right now, if you don't have insurance, we're going to be offering for you to sign a hold harmless agreement, which will allow for us to be protected and the church to be protected, because we want to make sure that if somebody were to get sick or to get hurt, hopefully none of those things would ever happen, but that everybody is responsible for their own kind of thing. And that's something that we probably should have done a long time ago, but I'm still learning. So bear with me as we, tighten up on what we need exactly. We have a form for that. And then our email is eatlocalpc, as in Pierce County. So eatlocalpc@gmail.com if you need to send us any information ever, or for those of you who are vending, to send in your copies of your business license, any permits that you have for slaughtering your animals and that sort of thing, sales for nursery plants, and then anything else that you would need to send us to make sure that we have that on file for the church. Again, they're our fiscal sponsor, so what that means is that we will be operating under them for about a year. We have to have 1 year of bank records. So we will have a bank account that has our name on it under their 501c3. And then after a year, we will then be able to apply to the Secretary of State to be our own 501c3. And at that point, we can figure out, do we want to maintain the relationship with the church and continue to use that venue? Do we want to collaborate at a different venue and do something different? Or what our goal is at that point. So we'll be doing things like creating a board of directors and starting to establish things like that will further us toward our nonprofit efforts. But right now we do have their EIN number, which means that all of the donations that you make going forward can be tax deductible if that's what you prefer. Just let us know. We will be operating the market like we've operated the past two, just at a different venue. So we will have extra goods from our buying club buys where we've done things to fill the cases and bought extra. So we'll have some things on hand like honey. We actually have somebody who made some beautiful cards for us that will go toward donation efforts toward April's group and the things that she's doing in Seattle and White Center. We're going to help her out a little bit. We have, what else do we have? We have a few Nick sticks. I think we have a handful of spicy ones left of turkey and beef. Obviously, vendors will have eggs. We have a few who are bringing meat, I think chiefly pork this time. We have our raw milk pickup, and she'll have some things a la carte for you. If you missed out on that order, you can still get a gallon or a half gallon of milk. Hopefully, as we move forward, we're going to do pickups twice a month instead of just the one. That way, that will allow you to get your milk every 2 weeks. And then as we see those sales increase with the milk, and those orders go up, then we may branch out and do some more dairy like yogurt or cheese. I know there's been a lot of requests for goat milk and various dairy products. We've been trying to work with getting a licensed dairy for a long time now, but we haven't had the numbers. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure that you're giving us feedback and letting us know what your interests are so we can continue to pursue the things that people really want, because that's important. If we're trying to place orders for things that people aren't really interested in, then it's a lot of wasted time and effort. So do try to participate in the polls, leave us a comment, send us an email. We have on the website, www.eatlocalpiercecounty.org. You can go and poke around over there and find all the different forms to give us feedback. We have an intake form, which allows you to give us your name and your contact information so you don't miss out on anything. We send out a newsletter. We're going to every 2 weeks on that right now. And we're going to get those out by email. That gives you updates on the bulk buys that we're doing. It gives you a nice seasonal recipe, any information on volunteer opportunities. And Christy Simpson, our newest admin, is taking care of that for us. So you'll see that in your inbox. Add us, add that email address, eatlocalpc@gmail.com, to your address book in your email so you don't miss that and so it doesn't go to spam. If you're finding that you're not getting them, then make sure that you've registered for the website, and that means you go in and you go into the members section and it'll have a place for you to register. Put your first name and last name, please, so we can match you up with who you are, and your password that you create. We can't see that. We can help you reset it if you need to, but we can't see your password, so no worries there. And then do that intake form. And then that way, when we do need to email you, or if we need to give you a call for some reason, if there's something going on with the order, or text you, we have other options. Facebook is starting to get really difficult to make sure that we tag everybody and message everybody. And sometimes if we're not connected as personal friends on Facebook, then you won't see me trying to get in touch with you. So that's a really important way for me to have an alternative to contact you if something comes up. And obviously we'll not share your number. We're not going to spam you, that sort of thing. You can unsubscribe to the newsletter if you want to. We're trying to do everything on the up and up and make sure that you get what you need and that we have ways to contact you and make sure you're getting what you need. So that's some stuff that's going on there. But again, poke around that website and take a look and see what's going on. We have links to the calendar. We're starting to use Sign Up Genius for volunteer opportunities. A couple of things that we have coming up on Saturday, June 9th. I know a lot of you have been wanting weekend events. We have the church venue. We're going to have an all-day event there where people can drop in. You don't have to stay the whole day. You come for what you want. You can just see the church venue that we have. We have the fellowship or the dining hall, which has tables and chairs for us to use. We have a small little kitchen that we can cook and can and that sort of thing. And we are going to work on building some gardens. They're looking for edible landscaping, and that's our way to help give back. And that will be dual purpose. It'll go toward their efforts with, beautifying the community and offering some things to their members who, most of whom are aging and they don't garden themselves. So we can offer some fresh produce back to them and their congregation. We can have the produce for our community and have a demonstration garden and a teaching garden. We're going to put some native plants in. We've been able to clear a lot of invasives. There were blackberries in the back corner. And then we've applied for a grant to go toward those efforts for replacing the invasives with natives and pollinating plants. We're continuing to apply for several grants as time goes on. And putting some things in their front yard as well. I think Dancing Bee is talking about donating some fruit trees. So we'll maybe have a little orchard area, some nice places for the kids to play and learn and see where their food comes from firsthand for the members in the group. And you all have been so generous. We hope you continue to give, and we're really excited to grow. And sometimes I know I feel like a broken record or feel like a telethon. But I just wanted to let you know, this is our third year, and up until January, it was just me. And right now we're at almost 1,900 members, which is just incredible for me to think about, having just started this with myself, my husband, my couple of realtors, and I had a friend or two in the area, and we networked through the PNW Farm Barter Fair group, which is another great group. We've been able to collaborate with Parkland Seed Traders. We've been invited to things with Harvest Pierce County last year. This year we got to do the Parkland Spanaway library event that happened last week, where we got to do the kids gardening, and we're just continuing to grow and network. So spread the word, and if you have $1 or $2 to drop into our tip jar, that always helps. We've been able to buy an adding machine and a cash box, which we desperately needed for a la carte things. A safety vest for our person to help you park. There's always little things that come up, printer ink, printer paper, that in the beginning, maybe we didn't have a need for. I was doing everything by hand on paper, and we're starting to formalize more and need to keep more records and print things out and have some supplies. And hopefully you see the benefits of that too. And again, if you have feedback about anything, if there's something that you love, something that you don't love so much, please, please, please always let us know. This group has always been meant to be a collaborative effort. It's for the community. I always want to hear what you think. If there's a way that I can do something better, I want to know. I love constructive criticism. If you see that something's not going the way that you planned, or you're confused, we want to know. That's important, because I only see things from my side, so I don't always know what you're thinking. Don't expect me to read your mind. I don't know. So please, 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 that was the whole point of this message, is just to kind of brief everybody on what was going on and encourage you to continue to participate. Come and volunteer, come out in person and see what we're about. Come out tomorrow if tomorrow's June 1st at the church. It's 611 East 82nd Street. We're going to be there. Vendors set up at 11:30. We're going to open the doors for everybody to shop and pick up at noon. They have a parking lot. It's going to be so much better than trying to do it on my porch, I promise you. And there's street parking, plenty of parking. And we'll be around back of the church. You can come in the front doors if you need to. I encourage you to walk through the gate on the back and walk around and see what we're about. Even if you don't feel like shopping, even if you don't have anything to pick up and you just want to come and say hello, you're a new member and you just want to see what all the fuss is about, please, please, please stop in. Say hello, meet the volunteers, take a peek at what we're all about. I will be there. We'll have other volunteers there. We'll have somebody helping you park in the morning. We'll have signs. I'm hoping to have a sandwich board out by the road with our name on it, but it's Tacoma Light and Life Fellowship. It looks like a little house. And again, it's right around the corner from where you're familiar with picking up if you've been to my house. It's that same neighborhood. So I hope to see you there, and I hope this was a good update on everybody who doesn't want to read my novels about what's going on. So I'll try to do this more often and get this on the group so you all can listen to it. And again, just let us know if you need anything. We're here to help you, and we encourage participation. We really want to build a community. We love seeing you in person. That's my favorite thing. I love the classes and the events, the seed swaps, the ability to meet everybody in person and hear their story and make a difference with this group and getting you fresh local food and getting that money directly into our farmers' hands. It's so important to me. So I hope I see everyone tomorrow. Well, maybe not all 1,900, but I hope I see quite a few of you tomorrow. Thanks.